Horry County School Board Chairman Joe DeFeo says his board deserves a raise. He believes the board is crucial to the school district's success, and the work it does is as important as that of Horry County Council, which currently pays its members more than the school board. Through a WNBF News investigation, we found that would mean a more than $5,000 raise for the man who is already the highest paid school board member in the state of South Carolina. The conversation started at this meeting a week ago.
Our board governance requires us to go over our compensation every odd year.
Board member David Cox says the work a board member must do has changed since the last time the board got a raise in August of 2007.
This new format we've established has taken root and is helping us all to be more informed. By the same token, it is quite time consuming.
We place calls to every member of the board. Cox is one of 3 board members WNBF News was able to reach who said that they would definitely favor or lean toward favoring a raise. 2 we spoke with, Chris Hardwick and Ray Winters, said they probably would not. No one said they had completely made up their mind. Chairman DeFeo would have the tie-breaking vote, and it's clear where he stands.
The job, although technically not full-time, it's so time-consuming that you couldn't work a regular job and do it.
He says his board should make the same amount as Horry County's council members. That would mean going from $9,600 a year to nearly $16,000. DeFeo says by law that he makes 20% more than the rest of the board.
It's a question of what we're making now in comparison to other people in the county. The city council makes almost twice as much as we do, and their budget isn't anywhere near. I mean, it's not even close to what we do.
DeFeo was on the board the last time it got a raise from $400 a month to $800.
You basically showed up at a board meeting, you may have handled a few phone calls, and you were done. It just doesn't work that way anymore.
He points to meetings for committees the board wasn't involved with years ago, phone calls, text messages, driving to events, all as reasons that he and the rest of the board deserve more than what they're getting right now. DeFeo and every other board member does receive $300 a month for travel expenses. That's $3,600 on top of the set salary, bringing board compensation up to $13,200 a year, or in DeFeo's case, $17,040. Greenville County School Board is the only one with higher pay than Horry's. The district also has 75,000 students in 96 schools compared to 42,000 students in 55 schools in Horry County. And DeFeo makes $1,400 more than Greenville County's chair. So what sets Horry County apart?
We have better schools with one of the lowest tax rates in the state.
There are 30 school districts in the state that do not pay their boards at all. WNBF News reached out to every chairman from those districts where we could find contact information. Several got back to us already. Julie Lunnan is the chair of Spartanburg 7's Board of Trustees. In an email, she said, "We all knew that these positions weren't paid going in, and I personally take pride in serving my community." She pointed to many of the same issues DeFeo did: committee meetings, phone calls and emails, and budget workshops as things that add to the monthly board meetings. Diane Dasher is the chair of the Fort Mill School District Board of Trustees. She said we're very fortunate in Fort Mill to have people who have a true love for public education and are willing to serve on our Board of Trustees as volunteers. We've discussed changing to a paid position, but have decided to keep our volunteer status so that those who are elected are there for the right reasons. We want as much money as possible to go into the classroom. Phil Ashley of Anderson School District 2 retired from teaching in the district and says board members there are, quote, not doing it for the money. He said there are occasionally jokes to double the board salary from 0 to 0. Sheldula of Greenwood 50 said board pay has never come up, and our board is very service-oriented.
I've talked to school board members, so they show up at a meeting, they take a vote, and they go home. So if they don't get any pay, maybe they don't want any pay, maybe they don't deserve any pay.
And back to Lunnan. She said, "I wouldn't want to have to defend pay or a pay raise to my constituents if there are other things that the school district needs." DeFeo said that isn't an issue here.
We have $90 million in the bank $27 million of that is free for us to use as necessary. We have a lot of other options and a lot of other things we can cut.
We asked DeFeo, what makes the Horry County School Board different from the ones receiving no compensation at all?
There are school districts that the board doesn't do hardly anything. The superintendent does everything. Everybody else does everything. I can promise you in Horry County, that's not the way the government was set up.
DeFeo says more people will run for the office if the pay is better. He says that's a good thing.
Do we want the school board to be an aristocratic position where it's only for those people who have a lot of money, are retired, or do we want regular, normal people to run for this office? And my opinion is regular people should. This job needs to pay. It's a job. I don't care to call elected official or not. When you're dealing with people's children, you're dealing with their most precious commodity. And they're very passionate, believe me.
Ultimately, a board member would have to add the raise to the agenda, and it would get a vote. The board has a budget retreat February 6th, and the next board meeting is February 20th. And if there's an issue you think